Is Facebook a communication device, or is it a truth machine? Manufacturing truths, selecting certain stories, diminishing, dismissing, censoring others. What is the role of media and social media in the stories we tell ourselves and the truths we believe in? Now, in this video, we are going to use a bit of Russia Today footage, and I know you'll say, well, Russia Today is Russian state-owned media. Yeah, so even with that. And then what about me? I've got all sorts of biases and concerns and interests, but together, let's look at Facebook, the comments from Russia Today, and a few stories about Facebook in particular that you might find interesting.
Seems Facebook's independent fact checker may not be so independent after all. A US congressman has questioned the impartiality of factcheck.org.
Wait a minute, I've just heard I'm being paid by Vladimir Putin. Hold on, you can't trust me either. Who's saying that? It's still me. What? There's two of me? Well, at least.
Factcheck.org, which is supposed to tackle vaccine disinformation.
US Congressman Thomas Massey claims in a series of tweets that Facebook independent fact-checkers brought in specifically to deal with what he calls vaccine misinformation are really funded by Johnson & Johnson, manufacturers of one of the vaccines. This issue of vaccines has become a contentious one. There's no denying that. There are some people that are very, very uncertain about vaccines, and some people that are ardent that it is the solution to the current pandemic. There's a wide spectrum of beliefs around it. So Facebook, as one of the primary places people in the world get their information these days, has a kind of de facto commitment to objectivity that if it's not fulfilled, for example, by having its fact checkers funded by Johnson & Johnson, that's a serious issue. That's going to be like, you don't need to get into conspiracy about is there a room, are there hoods, is there blood? You know, you don't need to get into that stuff. You can just say, hold on a minute, Facebook have called in independent arbiters to fact check the information that's allowed to go up on Facebook, specifically about vaccines. Those fact checkers, are they entirely independent? Are they able to assess information around vaccines from a place of total objectivity? Yes or no? Oh, well, they are funded by people that manufacture vaccines and are experiencing record profits because of vaccines. Oh, no, don't have them then. Have someone who makes no profits at all. Now, I'm not talking about the vaccines, efficacy of vaccines, whether or not you should have vaccines. I'm talking about Facebook's independent arbiters are also profiting from vaccines being a good thing. That can't be in the mix. That cannot be in the mix. If I got my style advice from a waistcoat or a vest manufacturers, and they went, Russell, you've got to wear vests, man. Not wearing vests, it's a bad idea for you, buddy. And then I find out, hold on a minute, I was paying you for them vests. Oh yeah, but that didn't influence. We were just checking facts. And the facts were people like vests. In a statement to RT News, Massey said, who pays the paychecks of the fact checkers? Which is a good tongue twister, but also an important question.
Who pays the paychecks of the fact checkers? The vaccine fact checkers at factcheck.org.
Who pays the fact checker, check? Seashells on the seashore.
Who claim to be independent are funded by an organisation that holds over $1.8 billion of stocks in a vaccine company and is run by a former director of the Centres for Disease Control.
The Centre for Disease Control. We control diseases at this center. They're not doing a very good job. They're all over the bloody place. Yeah, it's quite hard actually. It turns out we're going to need some more money off Johnson & Johnson if we're going to have any chance at all.
The foundation's CEO is Richard Besser, who was a former acting director of the Centre for Disease Control.
This is another one of those issues where people, you know, like the despair, the lethargy, the apathy that you sometimes feel around politics. Well, what can you do? It's just the way it is. There's nothing can be done. Well, don't have fact checkers funded by people that make money from the facts being presented in a particular way. Don't have a chairman that's been a director of the CD.
Okay, I'm going to call this off. You can watch the rest of it on YouTube. So, thank you.